Hi Pisces, thank you for joining me. If you are a return and repeat offender, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you coming back. And if you are brand new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. So Pisces, I want to tell you, I'm doing our reads a little bit different. Once again, big surprise, right? And I went ahead and pulled a card for you already, which is obvious by the way my desk is set up, isn't it? So I want to go ahead and give us some high vibes for this reading. This will be the only card that I pre-pull. Everything else will be pulled on camera for us, okay? And I want to welcome in December for you. Want to wish you a very happy December for those of you guys that you celebrate Christmas or Yule or anything like that. I'm not even sure I said that right. We want to welcome you and wish you an incredible December as well. Okay, so here we go. The first card that came out was loss, lack, fear, and victimization. Okay, it is the number 34, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is about cycles. So perhaps you've been in a cycle of fear, loss, and victimization. We're going to read from the book real quick, and then we're going to get into your reading, okay? Further. So, the woman on the card stands alone, is anxious judgment of her life. She focuses on past losses and assumes that there are more to come. With her fan of owl feathers, she attempts to shield herself from potential hurts. Yet the owl on her shoulder can see through her darkness and guide her out of her fear and lack consciousness. The message of this card is clear. No matter what kind of loss you've experienced, dear Pisces, in the past, it is absolutely necessary to shift your focus now and to redefine your power. You no longer are a victim of a threatening world, frightened and unable to direct your own destiny. In fact, since your consciousness creates your reality, this assumption will only keep your energy stuck. I'll encourage you to leave your victim mentality behind and to see the truth of your eternal courage and power. When loss comes up in your life, let yourself grieve, but don't define yourself by that experience. Sorry about the muscle car in the background. So Pisces, don't define yourself by that experience. Be willing to take charge and set your sights on real solutions and new directions. By the way, simply because of that brum brum noise, and it's almost like Spirit saying, tear out of that feeling of loss and victimhood. And I can totally relate with feeling like, oh my goodness, I can't give my heart away. It's been stopped on. It's been sat on. It's been eaten. So that mentality can only make us kind of fold into ourselves and protect our hearts to the point where, I mean, we have nothing to give other people because we're so fearful. And I'm not saying I've grown out of that. I'm just saying that just like you, I'm trying, if that is your story. Okay, Pisces, so we're in this together some way, somehow. I just want to acknowledge that. I know it's not easy. It is difficult. I'm not making light of it. And I'm also, by not a long shot, saying that I've conquered this part of myself either. So, moving on. But we need to tear out of there like hell on wheels, don't we? When you take action and view your life with optimism and self-honoring intentions, you become the director of, rather than the victim of your own life. The empowered approach may seem strange to you at first, and you may not fully trust yourself just yet. But this card is telling you that you can no longer live in darkness, isolation, and fear. It's time to let go of your old patterns of people-pleasing and passive acceptance of others' agendas. It is time to take your rightful place as a powerful presence in your own world. And, dear Pisces, this is your affirmation. I let go of feelings of fear and lack. It is safe for me to stand up and make choices that empower me. So, let's see what else December has for us. So we're not going to stay in this vibration at all, okay? One thing I do want to mention, just because my guides are bringing it up, and I'll keep thinking about it if I don't say it, is that when I go through bouts of time where I really get stuck in this energy as well. One thing that really did help me was to have a friend who was willing to rehearse with me whatever it was that I was fearful of. And I would say, okay, well, you pretend this is this person, and I'm going to, you know, reenact it. Like really just speak it and speak your truth and say, okay, this is what I want to say. And then you can get feedback, and your friend can say, no, that doesn't sound like you're really kind of sticking by your guns. It sounds like it's wishy-washy. So then you try it again. You just rehearse it until it comes naturally into your mouth, into your mind, into your heart and soul. And that way, those small little rehearsals can really help you to feel like you're standing taller, and to feel like you have more courage, and to make it seem less scary. Because when you get challenged, as we all do and we all will, then you have an active response and like a ready weapon to defend yourself. And I feel like this is about defending yourself and taking back your power, okay, for a lot of you. Moving on. So, Pisces, your December vibe. What is going on in the month of December for my beautiful Pisces? I just got to jump. Let's find out. I'm taking this one, but only after I take the jumper, which is this one. The Page of Emotions. I love this card. So pretty. So the Page of Emotions is all about what makes you feel secure. And I feel like, oh, my battery is running low. I feel like I'll be right back. Let me plug in so that we have a battery. All right, we're back, Pisces. Sorry about that. So as we're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and light a little bit more sage here because we ran out of steam. So maybe you're even running out of energy, running out of mojo. When we're feeling loss and lack and fear, that can really rob us of a ton of energy. Excuse me. And perhaps we're having a difficulty in expressing our truth and even speaking, because my throat chakra seems to be kind of problematic right now. All right, so getting back to your read, I'm going to go ahead and take this loss and lack away, because we're not doing that, right? We're Pisces, we're strong, and we are not going to give in to the fear and the loss and lack. But what I do want to show you is at the root chakra, with this Page of Emotion that we pulled a little bit earlier, and why I have two different nail colors, I don't know, but it happened. Okay, so Page of Emotions is all about getting in the juice, in the flow, getting exciting offers that really get you going emotionally. Okay, and this is right basically where your sacral chakra and your root chakra, a little bit more sacral though. So we see that sacral chakra is almost like a portal, a door. So do what gives you enjoyment, return to the things that give you happiness, and that in turn will give you a lot of stability. Okay, and when you have stability, you have the ability to open up your heart and shine as well. So with that, I feel like that's going to bring an abundance, a flow, a glow up, if you will, an ability to have all the cogs working together with the 3M material here referenced, and everything will feel like it's being woven. Even this pattern looks like a woman's braid, and so it could be that you are okay, this is for somebody, not everybody, and I don't know if this is true. This is folklore or fiction, meme fiction, we're going to call it. But I did see a meme that talked about braiding your hair, and how for indigenous women, and again, disclaimer, I don't even know if this is true, but believe that if you braid your hair, when you were feeling sad or alone or all of those negative feelings, that you would braid your hair, and those feelings would get trapped in there, and then eventually the wind would come and take them away. And so that is what this is reminding me of, is that I think it was actually a TikTok that I saw. And anyways, regardless, I feel like you could even, that's another way of saying, you know what, let me put all of these emotions and fear in a place so that I can actually release them, okay? And maybe put them in a journal and burn them and release them, whatever the case may be. But I do feel all the cogs are going to be working together. You might have some things such as teamwork, situations, 2 new blooms coming, okay, 3 new blooms. So everybody's bringing a flower to the table. And it's almost like from there you can produce more abundance for yourself, more happiness, more stability, and more cooperation from those around you, including friends, family, and co-workers, okay? And even lovers, who knows, right? So general reading for Pisces. What else do we need to know? Let's find out. The 2 of Voices. So if you have been at crossroads and in a stalemate situation where you're feeling almost like your hands are tied, that you can't do anything, the way to really overcome this once again is root chakra. Get into your stability, your mobility, because it has to do with fear, with lack, with loss, with all of these things aforementioned, okay? This very card is impeding you from progressing. That's what's keeping the stalemate going. If you are in a situation where you're not talking to someone, or you don't know how to handle a situation, or you're reflecting over and over and over, and it turns into a cycle where you're just thinking and thinking about things, then the way through it is the root chakra. That's going to help you to balance out yourself. Maybe doing a little bit of yoga, maybe doing mudras, which are, it's like another way of doing hand yoga, poses like this or like this, whatever the case may be, to really help yourself out. They have 2 hand mudras. There's a lot up there, so you can check those out as well. Okay, but your stability is greatly being addressed during this reading. And so here we are with the commitment card. I didn't shuffle that on camera, but I just pulled it for you. This could be about order with establishments, with order as we know it, with your relationship as we know it, whatever the case may be. It is a situation where tradition is highly addressed, okay? And I feel like here you are kind of naked and stripping everything down to see, okay, is this good? Is this what I believe? Is this what I understand? I feel like you're kind of hiding and shielding your head. You're not letting people know that you are kind of reevaluating everything and reassessing. And I think that reassessments are really good because, you know, I remember my first real reassessment, I guess, was when I was a teenager, and Mrs. Tudupali was, I think, I don't know, sociology teacher, I'm not sure. But she definitely talked about reevaluating your values and seeing if they are true to you. And it never dawned on me that what was fed to me would not be my truth. Why wouldn't it? So that was a new idea for me entirely, that I had actually a choice and that I could really re-examine things. So I feel like this is almost even you taking a look at, okay, what do you want to strip down to the bare bones, and take a look and see, okay, number one is are my relationships in order? Are they how I really want them? Are they pleasing to me, pleasing to thee? Do they work well? Is the status quo of law and order something that works for me now? Is that really what I believe in? Is this really making sense to me? Because I feel like you've had to put out many fires, maybe even 4 fires, in order to reevaluate the situation, what you think of society, what do you think of the world as we see it now, the new world order. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but you can't help but bring up tradition and establishments with this card, okay? And so it could be that you're a little bit shielding your head and you're really trying to process what it is that you're watching on the news, on TV, processing what you're watching on YouTube, and friends and family are talking about things, whatever the case may be. And you feel like you are stripped bare of all notions, and you have to kind of rebuild and really decide for yourself, is this something that does this make sense? Or is this just something that I just went along with forever? So I feel like a lot of us are waking up. It's another way of saying an awakening, okay? So that's what I have for a general for Pisces. That's for the month of December. Let's take a look at your money. I don't even know where this, like, soot comes from, because, oh, I was trimming wicks. That could happen. Okay, so let's look at your money for the month of December 2021. Pisces finances, please, for 2021. Let's find out. Keep your balance in all things. Don't be an extremist. Make sure that you keep grounded, but also understand that what's happening right now, there is like a promise, end of the rainbow, and things like that. But keep your balance just in all things. Make sure that you don't get swung one way or another radically. Use your mind in order to keep more of a balance and an understanding of the world around you, so that you're not swayed one way or another, okay? It's going to be real important to understand right now that what's happening for you is an alchemy. So even things that are going on externally is being mixed with your internal dialogue, your internal, the tapes that we play in our mind, the cookie cutter actions that we have traditionally acted upon, and the traditional ways that we have behaved. And so this is a great alchemy that's happening, and I feel like it's giving you an opportunity to really decide what is good for you, what to change, what to revamp, what to keep, okay? So everything have a balance. The next card I have for you is a strength card, and with this card, this definitely talks about taming your inner beast, not really being led by our desires, our fears, our notions, anything like that is going to be referenced right here. And so it's going to be really important to know that you have the inner strength to be able to overcome anything, to make really good decisions for you, for your family, for people around you, whatever the case may be as well, okay? So keep that in mind. I do feel like you have an abundance around you. I feel like you're moving on to kind of like, I guess, lush land, because there's a lot of vegetation and greenery. There are some trees for shelter. You've got the nimbus, the sign of protection above you, the infinity symbol, and that is blooming. I feel like you're going to feel more and more protected as time goes on, okay? And what else do we have? We're going to go into relationships now, and we're going to go into partnered relationship as far as love goes, relationship, situationship, complicationship, whatever the case may be. For Pisces, what do we have for these? Let's find out. The sun. So you have the sun. At the top of your mind, you have everything in your corner. You have optimism. Things are looking up for you. I think things are going fairly well. If you have anything that's nebulous, that caused you doubt, that caused you fear, that caused you uncertainty or whatever, those things are dissipating for you. So in its place is, I feel like, a mutual respect and just a happiness with each other. Being able to even restrain, okay, sometimes I feel like I get flighty, so it could be that you, one of you, your partner, yourself, gets a little bit jumpy, flighty at certain times, but right now things are doing pretty well. And if not this minute, then for December, it certainly will be. We're reading for December, okay? I see blue skies, I see the sun shining, I feel warmth, I feel the ability to be naked in front of another, symbolically or physically, whatever, and an ability just to, I guess, have everything straight in your mind, okay, and as far as your relationship goes. So any clouds and any weird feelings between you and your partner, those are going away quickly. What else do we have for partnership? For those that are in a partnership for Pisces, let's find out. What, Queen of Wands? You get your mojo. You get your mojo back. I'm going to get rid of this so that we can see what we're looking at. Feeling like you're all about fire, feeling like you're all about intent, all about purpose. And perhaps, let's zoom in here a little bit so you can actually see the cards. perhaps, I think, taking charge. Look at the sun being referenced twice with their green curtains. I feel like maybe your heart chakra might be even opening even more to your partner. Maybe things are going so well that you haven't talked about certain issues or themes, or you're bonding in a closer manner than ever before. So I think that's really good. That's an indicate also sexually that you are taking more charge perhaps in the bedroom, or have more desire at least. Okay, so let's look at singles, Pisces singles, and love. What's going on for Pisces in the month of December? Let's find out. Singles, you got an offer here. And the thing with the ace is, yeah, it's a beginning offer, but it is an offer. I feel like it's really different than anything else that you've received in the past, recent past anyways, where you have a lot of change. I feel like it's different, it's evolved, it's a glow up from other relationships, other offers. And because it's a vibration of a number one, yeah, it's a beginning, but it's also the Holy Grail cup. Okay, so I feel like with this person you could even share really similar core ideas or beliefs. All right, what else do we have? I'm being told don't rush things. Do not rush things, you can mess it up. I'm only laughing because I know all about that. Love for my single Pisces friends for the month of December. Let's find out. The moon. Wait for things to be revealed a little bit more. It could be that this person only talks to you at night, and I'm looking at the little like fog. To me, that's a little toxicity. So it could be that we're used to speaking in a certain way or observing things with a critical eye. And look at the dog. She has almost like the dog by this leash, but this leash also looks like it is a pathway. Okay, there's a lot being referenced here. Basically, it's like we don't really know. You need to rein in your loyalty, rein in your judgment until everything is revealed to you. So what looks like a coyote can actually be a loyal dog. What looks like a loyal dog can actually be a coyote at this point in time. Slow your roll. Slow your roll and just kind of relax. Take things one thing at a time. What else do we have for singles and love for Pisces? Let's find out. The Knight of Cups. So I see another person bringing love towards you, love messages, wanting to get their feet wet with you. Could be somebody new, somebody younger. I think that they're a little bit prideful. So you might want to think about that as well. The Knight of Cups is really in love with love, so I'd be careful that they're just not in love with love, okay? I would check out a little bit about their past history and love, romance, and if they're jumping from one thing to another, then you know what they're all about. If you want longevity, that is. What else do we need to know about Pisces? Taking these two. Yeah, wait till you get clarity. You will be getting clarity. And the Four of Wands and stability, if that is something that you want. So I feel like a sweet offer. I'm glad the pattern can actually be a thing for you at this point in time in December. You could be getting an offer to go on a cold, chilly picnic with somebody who is new, somebody who's established roots maybe with you, somebody who feels at home with you, because this card is all about home. So somebody who you have a really good connection with, that you feel comfortable with. It's not like new and awkward and weird. It is new and comfortable, and I want to say happy. Okay, so I feel like you have a couple of different offers coming through. You're going to decide what is best for you, of course, dear Pisces. And if you like this kind of reading, please do smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And I also encourage you to check out my playlist on the pick of cards if that is your thing. So without further ado, Merry Christmas or Happy December, whatever it is that you celebrate or believe in. Much love to you and yours. Namaste.